going to Philippines for training to Master Nene Tota. I had been practicing with short stick for 8 years. Okay. And that was done on the ship by having cassettes. In those days there were full-size cassettes.
VCD.
Huh?
VCD.
VCR, itna bada cassette. And that proposition was expensive because you couldn't get that in shops. And net wasn't easily available. So I had to tell some friends to order and then receive. And then, so it was done like that. So there were many masters available, all Filipinos. Remy Presas one comes to my mind.
Don Innocent.
Huh?
Don Innocent.
Sorry?
Don Innocent.
No, I didn't follow Don Santo. Dan Santo. I didn't follow him. But Remy Presas was one who's present. And they all started with one common drill. And from this thing I would follow one drill, like we have this drill of 12 now. So like that, one drill would be 10, another master, his drill will be 8. I didn't find anybody below 8, but, and then in that, 8 and 10, बीच में 2-3 masters, 4 masters के follow किए. I found there was repetition, and it wouldn't make sense to me as to why from after this, why that. There was no logic behind it. So, but I kept on doing it. I actually settled down on Remy Prasad because the way he was explaining it, I liked his way of explaining. So I was following his step. And why I was doing that? Because I thought that if I go live to Philippines with some master, and it's an expensive proposition to go from here to Philippines because it's not on the main flight line. Going to Japan is cheaper, which is same distance, because you come from London,
Hong Kong,
Frankfurt or something in between, then Delhi or Bombay, then Singapore or Hong Kong, and Japan.
Yes.
So it is one where there's a proper main traffic route. So on this route, you get tickets are cheaper. You want to go suddenly to Hawaii, it's expensive. You want to go to Bali, expensive, because normal traffic, air traffic is not there. It's the same thing in Philippines. It's out of main traffic areas, so it becomes expensive. And then you have to stay in a hotel. If you go for 1 week or 15 days, it's of no use. And then you must find a master who is willing to give you time. I knew it was going to be expensive. I had not thought about Nene Tota at that time. But if I go there, and then if he has to start teaching me from ABCD, and then my muscles are not ready for those movements, then in 1 month, no matter if I do 4 hours a day also, I'm not going to learn anything. So, first thing is those movements must be in my body. The muscles must be ready for those movements. So, I would have long endurance. And for that reason, and that reason alone, that I decided to wait and get prepared for that class. And then of course you waver, you have nobody to guide you. So I started doing sai, kama, weapons like this. and they're heavier than the stick. But it actually in the long run worked for me. One of the problems was all these weapons were karate based. And I have no background in karate. So anybody who has background in karate, their movements and everything was karate based for these weapons. So for them it was easier, for me not. Plus the age. So when I went to Philippines for training, it was, I was already 55, 56 years old. This is 2000. And then I had a Filipino second officer from one of the Filipino islands, Negros Occidental. So he came to meet me. I told him that I'm coming to Manila, and he came to Manila to meet me. And I said, get me a master. So he arranged Nene Total because Nene Total is originally from Negros Occidental. He comes from that area. So he got me master. And where to practice? In Philippines, in every school, there is. And once or twice my ship was in Philippines, so I knew the ship was going to be for 6-7 days or something like that. And I asked the agent, get me some artist master, and I'll pay him and let him come on the ship and train me for that. And they got some chaps who were training in school, giving training to school boys and girls. So they got one master like that. And when I'm doing it with him, I realized that he himself is of quite low quality. It's like fit, of course, but he had not understood what it is actually. So that kind of thing was a failure. Because people like this, they are doing it, the students are not much interested. It is a class which school has made it compulsory, and then when the students are not interested, he is also not interested. He is just doing it for 1 hour, 2 hours. He spends his time. Routine is the same. Everybody does that, and everybody goes well. Nobody is actually coming there to learn arts. So now when this Nene Total is confirmed, still no money was decided. I said I needed a place where to learn. So I asked my company had, TK Shipping had a big office employing 3,000 more seamen in Manila itself. So I was senior most master captain there. So I said to the office, arrange a hotel for me and arrange a place for me. And then it has to be close to my hotel. So there was a mall, not a very fancy mall. There are fancy malls also, but this was like our, this near Garware, there is mall, that type of mall. And there were 2 floors underground and 6 floors above ground. And in the lowermost basement, there was a gymnasium, and a big gymnasium. And about half the gymnasium was in 1,000 square feet area, air conditioned of course. And entry is from here, and this one wall was complete glass. And there was a hall on the other side which was 800 square feet. And then there were some rooms, changing rooms and like that. So they said this hall we will take it on rent for 1 month and 12 days, or something like that. So the outgoings for that hall was $400 per day, because 3 sessions, morning session 2.5 hours, then lunchtime, then afternoon session for 2.5 hours, then break, and evening session again for 2.5 hours. And then I would walk back to the hotel, which was, let's say, from here to Garware school, that distance. And Manila is very dangerous place, downtown Manila. Because almost everybody is a knife specialist. Filipinos are very, very dangerous with knives. So my office was saying, Captain, just travel by taxis only. Don't walk around at night or in the evenings. Because in mall itself, sometimes in full mall, daytime, is there. Some people would come and just put a knife and rob you there. And people standing around don't know that you are being robbed. It's that dangerous place, Philippines. So after about 8-10 days, I was I asked Master, I said, Master, can we arrange for a taxi to and fro? You know some taxi driver who can take me to and fro. He said, Captain, you can walk anywhere in Manila and nobody going to touch you. He said, people in this locality know you are training under. You see how the society is? Our society is not live. But every shop, everybody, like we have Panpati ki dukan, like that they also have some small places. He said, they know what you are carrying. You're not allowed to carry stick like this in Philippines, they will arrest you immediately. So it has to be inside casing. If you carry it in a casing, it's all right. But open stick like this, in India nobody will stop you because nobody thinks this is anything serious. They know it's serious, so it has to be in a case. So that was the arrangement made, and the first day when Master was there right on time at 8 o'clock, and we were standing there, and he opened his, brought one big kit bag in which he had many sticks and things like this. Some knives, some short bolos, a lot of things were there. So he took out the stick and then he started telling me, okay, this stick is like this. When you hold it, you hold one move like this, clench one, then hold it like this, and hold it in the 4 fingers first, then close it. Don't hold it with the thumb like this, you lose the thumb. So hold it tight like this, and hold it tight because he said many times, many practitioners don't hold it tight, and when they clash against some other stick, your stick flies on. Or if you don't hold it tight, and somebody hits here, your own stick hits you. And that hit is also very bad. And to be sure, once in the evening, Master asked me to do some training with one of his students, who was the security chief of the mall. And he was also doing some harness sometimes, so not in practice. And my stick was what we had carried from here. We have some sticks like that here, lucky, solid bamboo. They are what we have. They are very nice sticks. You don't get them in Philippines. This is from Philippines. This kind of rattan sticks are available in Philippines, but ours is similar type, but very, very heavy compared. And I remember I was a bit saying I don't know much, and then I'm going like, and then it gave us a stroke. His own stick, because he's not holding it correctly, hit him backwards, and he was full of blood. He didn't collapse, but he was full of blood. And the master came and gave him one more hit. He said, I've been telling all of you, look, this fellow comes from India and he's got a heavier stick, and you're not holding it tight in the hand. Because in order to show all the drills, they're just holding it like this. Turning it like this, hold it. Turning it like this, hold it. So I see sometimes you are doing this drill or this drill. I see some of you also opening the hand because it's easy. But you do that, very small hit. Even if you hit the side like this, your stick will go. So you need to hold it tight. So the master was showing me, started explaining these things with a stick. And of course I knew that because I known that 8 years before. So when but it's no point, it's wrong to tell him I already know this. Because you don't know the principles behind these things. You only know superficial things. And all of you should understand and follow the principles. And then only if you start practicing, it starts having a meaning. Without thinking, if you do it only as a body movement, it's no good, doesn't work. So after he explained for good 20 minutes what the stick is, where to hold it, how this part becomes a hook, you can catch. So if somebody's hand is coming, I can go like this. Look what's happening. It is gone and gone because it's hook. You can hold it like this and pull like this because it's a hook. I can't open the hand and pull with the hand. And because, especially in India, or for that matter anywhere in the West, they don't know these things. Philippines, everybody would know that this is a hook. Everybody means the entire population would know. So they are ready for it. Our people don't know. So something like that comes, they don't know where it got stuck there. So he was explaining, and then he said, okay, Captain, pick up one stick. So I went and picked up a stick. The moment I picked up a stick, just it was on the table. From the table I took it in the hand. And the master went one step behind. And he said, you didn't tell me. So I said, what? He said, you know about the sticks. You see how alive they are. He found out that I knew movements. I had been handling sticks just by looking the way I picked up a stick. From table in the hand. In that he knows he has to be careful, I know something. So this was a lesson for me also. Okay. Look, I don't have that kind of sensitivity. But he had immediately. Because from age of 6, 7, he is doing that only, all life. So you just pick up, immediately it realizes that you know it. So he said, okay, morning session is cancelled because I was already thinking about what to teach you, and now I have to rethink the whole lot. So we meet in the afternoon session, and he packed up his bag and went off. He's smaller than me, and at that time he was 65 years old. I was 55, 56, he was 10 years older, and his students were around, but nobody carried his bag or something. It was a heavy bag, and he would not allow his bag to be carried by anybody else. He took his bag and left. It's same thing. If you have Zakir Hussain coming and playing outside, they carry their own bass. Somebody comes with a sitar, the students are not carrying sitars. Some ghungrus students don't carry. She will carry her ghungru and she will tie her ghungru. So when you see these things, you start getting relationship. Okay, the artists are no different. They have the same way of thinking. And that is, in Marathi we call it nar. And it's common in every different parts of life. But if you don't know it and don't follow that nar, then you can go through the life. Everybody gets up in the morning, eats something, shits something, because it's important to eat and important to shit. If you don't, you're going to die, both the cases, you're going to be sick. So it is important to get this. If you are a student, you have to know where is, what course I'm doing. That's in Alkai. Then you work around that, you are alive. So this part is important. That was my first lesson. Know immediately, and he has a different lesson. Afternoon he came and he said, forget about what you learned before. I'm not going to teach you sticks at all. We are going on blades. So now if you hold a stick in the hand, think of it as a blade. So again, there was a set, and after about 4 or 5 days, he said, okay, we take actual blade and then. So now all of you know Bharacheva, 12 movements. So it's very simple. So holding it like this, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I might do 12. So the 11 are real ones. The 12th one, they're trying to show that in between I can defend myself, take the hit on this, and then go turn and stab. So, everybody starts saying, yeah, first maybe 2 days or 3 days, I can't do this 12 properly. Then we say, yeah, now after 3 days or 4 days, I can do this 12. Then Zalai, why should I do it again and again? That is the wrong lesson. People like Shama, they say Tatkar, So you put a metronome, and then on metronome, 2 hours, just 2 hours. Huh? I have seen this, and every day for years together. And there used to be Ghamani Savan Zamin Holi Zali. That's why when she stands up now at 75 years complete, and the girls are there who are 50 years, 60 years younger, they can't produce the sound from those feet after having many times more power because they are young. But the feet will not take out that sound. That only comes after complete repetitions again, every day, morning, evening. It goes into thousands and thousands every day. So she will have problems in walking or climbing stairs. But if she wants to do tatkal, 1 hour, 2 hours is no problem. Because it goes on auto mode. Body goes in auto mode. All these players, and it's everywhere, all these players, all of us played cricket when we were in the school. Gully cricket चलता ही है, सबके लाइफ में है इंडिया में. And if some fast bowler comes, you can't even see the ball. Before the ball, you think about lifting the bat, it will already hit you. So lucky if it's a tennis ball. Otherwise, there are serious injuries. What's the difference between us and Tendulkar, or now this Sharma has come? You see the ball is coming at 140, 146 kilometers per hour, and ball is only this much, and that fellow has time to move, get into correct position and hit and give six. This way, that way, anywhere, can even catch going like this. How can he do it? Because they have put in so many hours that those 140 kilometers plus speed, this time, he sees that ball that big and it is coming very slow to him. It's not coming at that speed for him or her. Girls also are giving sixes. We saw just now against Australia and against South Africa, the Indian girls were also giving six. Now any one of you want to give a six, try. 60 meters ka ball maar ke dikhao. Nobody can. Really nobody can. So what is happening? They go in auto mode. The body doesn't have to be told. The ball is coming, he automatically knows where it is going to go. Only variation will be ground mein kya hota hai. But otherwise, he knows it's going to be a bounce or it's going to go higher. Now he might be thinking if he comes this high, it might go here or it might go there, depending on where it has hit. But from his action, he knows what it is. From his action, he knows whether it's a googly or off break or leg break. He knows. Does he have time to see actually how the fingers are? No, because they are coming holding hand like this. They are not coming open hand, abhi bowling karta. See, everybody runs holding ball like that, so you don't come to know how he is holding the ball. It's the same thing here. So, all of you first, if I now ask everybody to do Parashivar, then you will find that very few will do exact 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock as 1 and 2. It might not be exactly like that. It will be 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock. It will not go exactly in the same line every time. So the first lesson here is that it must always go 1 to 7, 11 to 5, because that is the principle. That's the way of thinking. Because I'm turning, and if I'm going in front of camera, I'm turning and I'm giving very small target. If I do like this, I already give big target here, and then it is going there, I give big target here. So when I'm doing 1, you see how the target is? Target is this way. 2, again the target is small. So you go slowly, and again repeat, repeat, repeat. So in front of you, that clock must be there, and the clock will go all around. And every time I'm thinking, it has to go from there. 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 That slow listening, now I'm looking at you, I'm looking at Nava, I'm looking at you, but I know from where this point is going. So my brain is all the time attuned to where this point is. I may be talking, I can be moving around, but I know where this point is moving. If the stick, I pick up other stick and the stick is shorter, longer, doesn't matter. I know where that point is. And similarly, when I practice for many times, thousands of times, I also know where the opponent's point is. Not only mine. You follow the principle. No point knowing only where your point is. So nobody in India trains in this kind of things. Now if somebody has kept 4 or 5 talwari, kutari, machine, and they bring out, not why should I say machine, even a lot of our gundas have got these kind of things lying around. But they don't know how to use it. So they are using these blades just like a stick. You can see, if you see some shots of dangas, the way they are holding sword and coming, and anybody sees a sword, my God, everybody is running. Come on, that fellow doesn't know how to use it. So if any one of you, people of Katya, are saying, you can just pick it up and mark those. It's possible, easily. Because he is not looking at us, he is just using it 1, 2. He doesn't even know how to stab, because all our swords turn like this. So, straight sword nobody has. Straight sword is European sword, no? So nobody has that in whole of India. So they don't know how to stab. So you see movies also when they show fighting with swords. It's just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 3 and 4 bhi nahi aata. It's mostly 1 and 2. Some circles from here, that side, this side, in circular movements. Well, 2, 3 years, and they're not looking where weapon is going, nothing. And then because that is Bollywood, so you see Everybody thinks the fight is like that. You have the talwar in the hand, you have to move like this. You go to Satara, Kolhapur, and Limbu Kabala, they patta घेऊन they're going to do one drill and finish. Really don't know, including their wastats, don't know. Right. So we come back again to 12 part. We repeated many times that slow speed. Slow speed. So I'm changing, I was facing this way. Then I'm going for this thing, I've completely changed. So what happens is, when I'm doing like this, I can see everybody there. Who is going to out of this, who is going to attack. So if somebody was attacking here, I'll pick it up there. That is only possible if I'm going to go one in a correct manner. So I watch everything here. I start doing like that, I know where these people are, and I start from this side, then I follow all the people on this side. Again, if I go back, I'm following these people. So the enemy, opponent doesn't know that you are actually, while doing this, 1 and 2, you are actually looking at everybody around, and you are watching each and everybody. If there are 10 people here, the 10 people think I'm fighting against him. No, everybody else is on the warning. So if I'm like this and you want to attack, go. So so I'm going here and here. See what is happening? I didn't turn to look. That movement comes, his hands come in, he's committed. I'm taking it like this. Next I go. And it went from here. I could have easily gone there. If I gone here with the stick also, he's not fighting anymore. Finish. There is no neck left. Patna gite. With this, you follow?
Yes.
Huh? Now this time I took it fan like this. While going like this, the circle is there only. I'm just doing it like this and coming back. Huh? But with the same slow speed, same hit is coming. Now this time I'll come here. Instead of taking fan, I'll hit here from behind. And all I have to be careful is this, not this part. Jaiga. So I pick it up here. Jaiga. If it is worth it. Because if I have broken here, for some time he has to pick up the stick again. So, first is when you are learning, first time you are having feet like this, because in this position the body, this movement comes. This actually, if you see, the center of gravity is 1 or 2 inches below the navi. So when I'm moving like this, it is making a small circle, this point. So I can lift it like this, feet are still there. So if I'm doing 1, look what happened, I have not let the feet go. So I'm coming 1, 2, 3, 4, stretch. But I'm seeing as if I'm drawing on a board line with that point. Circular movement. 5. The legs firmly planted. So, that one day you should do stationary like this and correct way of slow speed going. Only 5, 5, 5. Change hand. Same thing for this hand. 5, 5. The second day, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you started moving linear. You start getting this movement. The third day, you say, just walk normal. We have done this many times. Just walk forward, 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 forward. Train ka kya aa jao. Next one, go backwards, backwards, backwards. Change hand, go backwards, backwards, backwards. And not walk the way I was moving just now in linear movement, but walk straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the flow. That also must come in the flow. But my steps are normal, as if I'm walking straight. And the hand is doing this or hand is doing that. My body movement is just straight walk. So don't look at it. अरे किती वेळा हा 12चे वार किती वेळा करायचे आहेत? हे का फायटिंग आहे का? It is. It is. Remember, when you don't have this in the hand, your hand is the stick. These movements is what you must get into your blood. Normal walk करत असताना कोणी आलं तर मी हाताने हात बाजूला काढून टाकणार आहे पुढे बघा. 100% know that it is not going to reach me. In fact, the other person doesn't know that I have these options. But if you don't think and do it, then you never have the options. You think you know it and you don't know it. So, once it must be done stable, standing and slow speed. Don't have to speed तो आ जाएगा उसमें क्या है? Speed में accuracy आना चाहिए. If you don't have accuracy, that speed has no meaning. If you're not actually, the body is not moving like that, then if you're offering targets all the time, then that speed has no meaning. You can, people who know, they can find, इसको ये कुछ नहीं है उसको उड़ा दे. Very easy. Because you are committing without thinking. You have to commit the attack after thinking. So it has to be exact. So first what? Stand and do it and get that movement. Hello. Then you do it going in linear motion, backward, forward, and many times. If you do continuously for 5 minutes right hand, 5 minutes left hand is plenty. Then you are doing walking, going backwards, doing the same thing. So the body starts adjusting itself. And the last is in all directions, circular, in all directions. So I might do like this and pick up on the other side. That means I'll gain 1 here and 3 here, 4 here 5. Yeah? So then you are free, you're not going 1, 2, 3, 4, but you are moving in circle. So 4 days you do this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, इसमें होना ही चाहिए. When you are in that flow, you will start, within 6 months you'll say, oh, my brain is working in a different manner. What is your brain? There is left brain and right brain. So all that you are training is your brain. This is in a hand, but I am training my left brain and right brain. Left brain controls right hand. Right brain controls left hand. Left body, left hand. So, whatever I told you just now is training your brain, left, right brain, your eyes, your neck, whole body as one. And last comment for today is what happens is in any game you are going to play table tennis, tennis, badminton, cricket. They all have to do warm up. You do this half an hour in the morning, for whole day you need no warm up. You know, armies, they have principles, cold start. Whole Indian army, thousands of soldiers, hundreds of tanks at one time. They are steady in barracks and they say, move. So otherwise, for these 1,000 people to move, preparation will take 2 days to start moving. Cold start principle is they make themselves ready that within 1 hour bus starts marching or Indian cars and cars are moving. सब तैयारी रखा हुआ है. They don't need preparations. ये आर्मी अगर नहीं करता तो no use. Just wear your uniforms and die. So when you do this half an hour, 40 minutes in the morning, you are ready for cold start. Hand will work without you giving instructions. Full stop.